Hey everyone, welcome back to Limit Breaker Fitness. Monty here again. So today I'm in the kitchen, but we're not going to do a recipe. Instead, I want to talk about the most versatile and important tool that you can have in the kitchen, and that is your knife. Now, not only is this thing incredibly important to all your cooking, it's also incredibly dangerous. So today, I want to go over 4 things that you really should know about the knife. Now, I'm not going to do a video today about the proper use of the knife and different cutting techniques. I will do that one in the future. But today, we're just going to go over 4 things that you really need to know about your knife. Now, the first thing you need to know about your knife is that you need to get one that's a very good quality. This one I have here cost me about $80, and it's made from Damascus steel, and it's got 67 layers. Now, it's very important that you get a knife that is good quality because you're going to be using this thing a lot, and there are a couple of things you want to make sure you know when you buy it. First, buy one that's comfortable to hold. You want to hold it with your index and your thumb around at the base where the knife meets the handle, and then the rest of your fingers are going to grip around there. And it's important to feel your knife before you buy it, because when you're comfortable with it, it's like an extension of your body. And when you have a knife that's comfortable to hold, comfortable to use, and you pair that with proper technique, the chances of you cutting yourself are almost zero, okay? So that's the first thing. Get a good quality, comfortable knife. Now, you don't have to spend $80 on one like I did, but I recommend making an investment in it because a good knife will last you for years and years. And not only do I want you to get a good quality one, you also need to know that you don't need a bunch of different knives. Never buy one of these blocks that I have here. These tend to be low quality, they lose their edge very quickly, and you can see on this kind in particular, the handle's not very good. It's just some extra metal that's wrapped around there. Whereas when you take a look at this one here, you see how everything is one piece, and that goes into the comfortability of the knife. It's all one nice unit, and when you wash it, you don't get water and whatnot stuck inside that can grow mold. So, good quality knife, don't buy a whole block. Once you have your chef's knife, you'll only need 2 other knives too. A serrated knife and a paring knife. But for now, just get a good quality chef's knife, and as you improve your skills, we can move on from there. So that's the first thing when it comes to knives. Now, the second thing I want you to remember when it comes to the knife is you always want to keep a sharp edge on it. You see, a dull knife is actually way more dangerous than a sharp knife, because when you're cutting, a sharp knife paired with a proper technique will slice right through whatever it is that you're chopping. And you see here, I'm not looking at it at all, but I can be chopping something like that with a sharp knife easily going through it, no worries about my fingers. Whereas with a dull knife, it's going to go, see, it'll wobble around on you. And when that wobble starts happening, and you don't have control over your knife. If you don't have control over your knife, you will end up cutting yourself. So make sure that you always keep it sharp. Now, when you're keeping it sharp, never use one of these sharpeners that you see here, like on this block, the kind where you just stroke the knife through. Those things aren't very good. A knife is going to have a different edge almost every time. Like this knife does not have the same bevel where that where the steel becomes sharp. It's not at the same angle as like this one. And we want to use a whetstone instead, or take it to a professional. You're investing a little bit of money in a good quality knife. Take the time to take care of it. Keep it sharp. It's better to use, and it's much safer. Don't use these. Now, number 3 is you want to make sure you hone your knife before every use. Now, I don't have a honing steel here, but you ever see the Gordon Ramsay when he's still doing there like this, and he's sharpening, quote unquote, the knife? That's not actually sharpening the knife. It does help it keep its edge. You see, the edge of the knife is kind of something like this. And as you use it, it's gonna come out of whack a little bit. But by honing it, you can maintain the edge and get all the little microscopic molecules to get right back, and it'll keep the edge longer. It doesn't sharpen it because it doesn't actually take any material away from the edge and create a new edge. It's just maintaining the edge that's already there. So hone it before each and every use. That's number 3. Now, finally, the 4th thing I want you to remember whenever it comes to your knife is that don't leave it lying around in the kitchen sink. A lot of times what happens is you have a very sharp knife, you've maintained the edge, you leave it in there. What's going to happen is all the extra stuff that's in the sink, pots, pans, and all that, that's all going to be banging into the blade. And when it bangs into the blade, it's going to dull the knife, making the knife more dangerous. Also, leaving it in there, let's say, you take your knife in there, you don't do the dishes yet. Later, someone else comes in to do, they don't realize the knife is in the sink there. They reach in, they go to grab something. You've got a very sharp knife, they just slice themselves wide open. Do not leave it sitting in the sink. Wash and dry it and put it away after every use. So that's really all there is to it today, guys. Short video. I feel like this is a very important stuff to know. So let's recap it real quick. First thing we want to do, get a good quality knife. Second thing we want to do, we want to maintain a sharp edge on it, and instead of don't let it go dull. Third thing, always hone it before using. That'll keep that sharp edge, and that means you'll only have to sharpen it once, maybe twice a year. And fourth thing is, don't leave it lying around. That's all I got for you today, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Next week, I will have a recipe video out for you. And also next week, I will be doing a full video breakdown of my free beginner program that I will have linked down below. And if you want a personalized program, go ahead, send me an email, limitbreakerfitnessllc@gmail.com. I can work with you on a weekly basis, get you on a personalized program, take care of your meal plan, and get all that stuff in for you so that you make sure that you receive your results that you want. Have a good one, guys.